Good day all, welcome back to part 2 of working with the documents. I'm still your Dr. Frederick Eze. In this video we will continue with the second part of this topic, and the subtopics we will be looking at will be saving documents, or how you save your document, and also saving your document in a way that you can create backups for them using the savers. So let's start by pulling out one of the documents we created in the last video. So if we go to the taskbar, we look through all the documents. Let's say we pick document 3, and there's document 3. Now, how do you save a new document or blank document, or any document that you haven't saved? You can do that in a number of ways. If this is the first time you're going to save the document, so it doesn't have a name, in this case it's called document 3. So we push it up slightly and extend it. So to save this document with a name, we can do two things. The first one is by using File menu. So we go through File, and you can say Save. And when you click Save, you will find another set of information here. You can either click Browse to pick a location where you want to save the document, or you can use this PC to also select the location. So for this PC you have to double click your mouse. For the browse you have to click once. It's up to you. In this practice we will just use this PC. So I will double click, and this will bring up a new window, and I want to save it in a location in Documents. So I will go to Document folder, which is already selected, and I will put it in the PTC practice. That is where I choose to. You can put it anywhere you want in your computer. And then I will put it in Word, because I'm creating a Word document. And then I will give it a name in the file name folder. I will call it Practice Doc3. And I can choose what type of file type I want, but I will just leave it here. It doesn't really matter. And I'll click Save. Now when I do that, you see that on the title bar, instead of document 3, it now says Practice Doc3. So that's one way of saving your file. Now if I type something, a second way of saving my file is I can work with it by typing something. Now I'm just typing anything I like, and now that I've typed it, I need to save. Now I can do that by just going to File again and say Save, and it simply saves without going through the whole process, because I already saved it for the first time. I can also, let me add another set of things, then it's not saved. And you see here it says, it doesn't say saved on the title bar, save. So another thing is I can go straight to Save button we talked about in one of the videos, and I can click Save. That's the quickest way. And here you always see the title bar, the name, and it said saved to this PC. And you can also save your document by using a shortcut called Ctrl-N. So let me type something else in my document again, and I will just simply say Ctrl plus S. Sorry, I meant to say Ctrl S. So it's a shortcut key. So instead of using the File or the Save button here, you can simply press Ctrl S on your keyboard. So I will do that now, even though you don't see it on the video. So I'm pressing the Control key, and I'll press down S, and then you can see it's saved again. So these are the ways you can save a document in your computer, or your document in any way. You can also decide to save this document in another location, or you can decide to save it in the same location with another name, or in another location with another name. So there are three things. I can save this document in a different location with the same name, or I can save it in another location. I can save it in another location with the same name. I can save it in the same location with a different name, or I can save it in another location with a different name. So I'm just going to choose one of them. So the intention here is to create a backup. which means I want another copy of this document, but I want to have it in the same location. So what I'm going to do is I will simply click File, and instead of Save, I will use Save As. Now this is also known as creating backups for your file. So if I click Save As, again you see the same display that we saw at the beginning, and here this time I will use Browse. I can still use this PC by double clicking, but I will use Browse. And if I go to Browse, it will come to the location where I saved the document, but this time I want a second copy. So I can simply go to the file name and put a dash and say copy 2, and I just click Save. So now you see on the title bar, Practice Doc 3 copy 2. And another way you can save this document still with another name, that's a shortcut, is by using not Control but F12. So if you press F12, I'm gonna press F12 on my keyboard. So it goes to the location again, and if I want to save it with another name that I like, I will say copy 3, and I click Save. And that's basically how you save your documents the first time and resaving it each time, or saving it with another name or in a different location that you want. Thank you very much for listening to this video. In the next video, we will continue with the third part of working with documents.